Hey guys, Arturo here. So this is going to be one of the introductory videos to advertising. It's going to be very short, very straightforward. The whole aim of this is just for you to generally go in the platform, learn the platform, especially if it's new to you, and make sure that this is something that you get familiarized with because it is something that you will be using a lot more than the actual Boost option or the Instagram or the Facebook platform itself. So this was built by Facebook and Instagram for advertisers. It has a lot more features, and we'll go into everything in depth from audience, split testing, new features, AI variables and features as well, and a lot more things that you should be focusing on. But this video again is just so that you can get familiar with the platform, what the main areas we're going to be looking at, how we're going to do certain things, where we're going to be looking at, and how to just get started as soon as possible with the ads. We're going to try to make this in a couple minutes, and of course the other videos will be a lot more in depth. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is go to adsmanager.facebook.com. So this link right here, I can leave this below in the community or below this video, so that you have everything that you need. Most of the resources will be underneath the videos or attached in some form or fashion. But again, adsmanager.facebook.com. If you go there and you are already in your platform where you have you're already on the browser, that already has your Facebook and your platforms logged in, then that's the first step. Then you go to this link, and the next thing, if you don't have this set up as yet, is to actually create it from scratch, right? So it will prompt you to create a business manager, which is kind of the umbrella advertising account, and underneath that you will have these sub accounts, which is where you would get like an ad account, which is like this, right? Ad accounts. So that is what you want to have as the first step. Those steps can be found almost anywhere online. You can search it. But I won't waste time there because it's really a step by step. You just follow the process and follow these steps that are on the screen, and you set the account. And please know that most of the information you put in there, if not all, will not be visible to persons. This is for you to find the account easily and be able to maneuver in the ad accounts, assuming that you have multiple. So I wouldn't worry about naming conventions and so forth, but make sure it's something that you can recognize and you can easily find. So once that is finished, what we're going to do, let me see if we can move this to this side. Right, so what we're going to do is that you should see something similar to what you're seeing here. If not, you will see something, or should see something like this hamburger tool. It may be at the top, it may be at the bottom, depending on where you are. Sometimes it's around here. You're going to click this, and if you aren't already in the Ads Manager, what you want to do is click here in Ads Manager. Again, this may not always be here, it may be somewhere down here. So Adverts Manager, and you're going to click that. Once you get to this page, this entire thing will be blank. So what you want to do is you want to click create, and again, this is going to be just an overview, a quick crash course on it. And this is where you would choose your objectives, right? So again, we'll go in depth with each one and the ones that you should be using and which business they're best for. Let's just say we're doing engagement, and when you click on it, it'll show you what it's good for. So you have video views, post engagement, likes, comments, shares, conversions, and calls. Same for leads, instant farms, conversions, calls, app promotion, and it tells you each one, right? So let's just choose this one, just for choosing its sake. And this is one of the new features that they have, which is a tailored message campaign or a manual one, right? So you'll get this for all of them, right? Where it has a streamlined best practices. Everything here is giving Facebook the access and the means to do what they do best. If you really want to get something set up quickly, coming from a Boost post and making this shift, then this may be something you want to try. However, always recommend having this campaign as one of your first ones because you have more control over all the settings, as you could see here, right? And this, don't worry, it could be new, it could be a lot, but we will walk you through everything, and then you can consider testing those other types, those automated and those advantage type ad sets and campaigns, right? Where Facebook has more control. So here we're on the campaign level. We have the advantage campaign budget. We're going to leave this off. A/B split testing, we're going to leave this off. However, again, we will go into these and how they can be used, best case scenarios, and so forth. Categories. Now, if you are in any of these categories, I would select these, right? Just so that you don't get flagged for not complying with their rules and regulations, the community guidelines. But if you aren't, just leave it as it is, just as I did. So this is messaging. Depending on the campaign type you choose, the Facebook page or the identity is what we call it, would be in different places. It's usually going to be right here, which is the ad set level. So anyhow, on this left hand side is where we're going to be doing most of the movement. It's pretty smooth. So this is campaign level here. You can either click next at the bottom, as you can see here, and it'll still go here, or you can use this toggle bar here, this dashboard, to play around with things. So the next step is going to be this is the audience level, right? What we call the audience level. So you make sure the right page is here, the right number. If need be, you're mainly going to need the pages. And then this is very important as well, performance goal, right? What are you looking to have out of this campaign, right? So this is an engagement campaign. And in this situation, I chose messaging apps. Again, we will go in depth with the best options and the best approaches and strategies, but we're just going to sell a campaign so you can get accustomed to it. So other than that, performance goal, you want to make sure you choose the right one. So just go over that. Bid strategy or bid control, you can leave that open. Budget and schedule, this is where we put this in, daily budget or lifetime budget, right? So I'll let you know the best case scenario for that as well in future videos. Schedule, right? Start and end date, or you can have it open, right, as well. Increase your budget during specific time periods. We'll let you know when that's something that you can use. Wouldn't use it right now if you're just beginning. And then of course audience controls. So your location, just click edit, you can add it in here, right? And you can browse and you can type it and so forth, right? So that's what you can do. If you want to add locations in bulk, you can add it there. And here's the audience. If you want to really get very specific with your audience, this is where I would go. Just click that. And again, it will prompt you because right now Facebook is doing a lot of AI work, a lot of heavy lifting. So you have to actually actively and intentionally go into original settings. So that's one there. And now we have all the audiences or the options to actually play around with audiences, right? So if you have an audience that you would create in the back end, you can search it here and you can plug that in. If you created any at all, right, whether it's a custom audience, and we'll go through each one, lookalike or all, they will be here. If you want to create one, you can create it from here instead of the back end. So you can actually create it here, which is cool. And then demographics, right? So the toggle for that, gender, and then the actual detailed targeting, which is if you want to put in interests, and we'll show you the strategy for this as well. If we were to use interests, how we would go about with it, what to type in and so forth, how to do the research for it. There you go, put in one. Let's say for whatever reason we're targeting the director of sales and marketing. This may be for an executive or a marketing program, maybe for this marketing community, right? Maybe going after on the angles, maybe going after someone who's in marketing and wants to tidy up their marketing strategy in 2025, then that's a good target. Language, please make sure that whether you're in the Caribbean or you're targeting or your audience, your ideal customer profile is somewhere else, you want to make sure that the language is relevant to what you're pushing. And then advantage placement, so this is just our placement, sorry. It's automatically going to be again on the AI option, the advantage plus option. But if you want to change anything, placements again is just every single placement on these two platforms. You can see all of them here. And again, if you just want to get something set up quickly, then I would just leave this as it is. So that is that. We can move on to the next part, which is create an ad, right? If you have a post that you want to send traffic to and use as an ad, you can click here, use existing post, select post, and then choose the platform that it was on, that you posted it on. Let's say this one, you click it, that's my Instagram, connect it, give it some time, let it load, and that's basically it. All right, it say your videos is processing, so give that some time, and then you want to make sure the call to action is right. Right, this is a message campaign, so this looks relevant. Um, for the messages, do you want to have some responses in here, some FAQs, a template in here? You can do that as well. But again, if you're just setting up ads for the first time, this is one of the walkthroughs, just so you can get accustomed to it. So it's just campaign level, audience level, and then ad level, right? So I'll go through the different campaign types and the ones that I would recommend based on the businesses and the niches that we see coming through most often. And regardless, one of those will be very relevant to you. So I'll have that in the next video. I hope this was helpful. And yeah, looking forward to seeing the ads that you run and giving feedback on those. Once this is live, everything is active and it has processed, so you have to give it some time. Then you click publish, and it will ask you, if you haven't put in your payment details already, to put them in. And after all that information is in, it will go live, right? Based on the budget you set, the time frame, the deadlines, everything. So again, hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the community. This is the simplest overview that I could provide for a platform that can be or appear complex, but trust me, if you get in here every day, you will figure it out. And that's the action step. Make sure you create the business manager, create your ads manager, which again is a sub account to that. Set up your first ad, or at least just run through it, just like what I did, to get familiar with what's going on here. Even if you have to pause the video, go back and forth, and just get familiar with it, because we'll be in here very often, and I'm looking forward to helping you grow exponentially. Thanks.